Hello, and a warm welcome to the Hella Academy. In this video, we would like to show you the various features of the light control units on the LED headlamp. Headlamps equipped with LED technology are now well established in all vehicle makes, and extra control units are necessary to ensure that the individual light functions operate correctly. So, let's take a look at the whole picture with the help of this LED headlamp. The control units, which are also called power modules, are usually mounted directly on the headlamp housing. On this LED headlamp, we see 3 control units installed. Here at the front is one for the daytime running light and for the direction indicator light. Here in the middle, we find a control unit for the high beam and cornering light. And here is the control unit for the low beam. This is a control unit from a matrix LED headlamp. We see a compact aluminum housing. On the back are the cooling fins. And here we can see the connector. A rubber seal can be found all around the connector. It goes without saying that we want to prevent dirt or moisture from getting in between the control unit and the headlamp housing. Now, this is the question. How does the control unit actually know when which light function is to be activated? Internal vehicle communication is achieved by networking the headlamp control unit with the control unit of the vehicle electrical system and also with the control units of the individual driver assistance systems. The light control units communicate via data bus and thus receive data that permanently and reliably implements the required light distributions. This means at the same time that the functioning of the LED headlamp and thus also that of the light control units are both monitored via higher-level control units in the vehicle electrical system. Any errors occurring are stored in the control unit's error memories and can then be read by using a suitable diagnostic device. Causes of failure are, for example, faulty supply voltage of the headlamp or contact faults and short circuits on the connector. And, of course, mechanical damage, such as an accident. If the workshop diagnoses a defect in the control unit, then such control units must be replaced. What should be considered when replacing control units? Firstly, repair and safety instructions of each individual system or those of the vehicle manufacturer must be observed. Secondly, repair work should only be carried out by trained, qualified personnel. Thirdly, when replacing electronic components in the headlamp, the highest degree of cleanliness has to be maintained. And fourthly, the measures for protection against electrostatic discharge, ESD for short, must also be taken into account. With regard to this, one important point deserves a special mention. After replacing a control unit or an LED headlamp, it may be necessary to carry out an adjustment in the vehicle via the available OEM portals. Depending on the vehicle manufacturer, on the type of headlamp, or on the individual control unit, additional service work has to be carried out using a suitable diagnostic tool, such as the Max Remote services, in order to ensure the correct functioning of the lighting system. The repair instructions here also talk about coding, programming, and flashing. So what does that actually mean? Coding a control unit means defining certain functions that are already stored in the software in advance. This makes it possible to carry out vehicle-specific adaptations at a later date. When programming, we change the existing software, and this rewrites the basic work program of the control unit. When flashing, on the other hand, the firmware can be updated on the software side while it is installed in the vehicle. This process is also called update or flash programming. Since most control units are configured online, the individual adjustment options blend together here so that the term flashing has become established in everyday workshop life. Ultimately, however, the only decisive factor is that an adjustment is carried out and that the lighting system in the vehicle functions faultlessly. Further information on the subjects of flashing and coding can be found in the Hella Tech World in the chapter on setting and changing LED headlamps. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Many thanks for your attention and see you next time at the Hella Academy.